Right, newsletter crew, got a simple little drill you can use to try and help you with a thing called lead arm abduction. So what is that? Lead arm abduction is basically how far you pull your arm across your chest. So if you imagine my arm is at 90 degrees to my chest here, when I set up, I'm going to be just shy of 90 degrees. So my lead arm abduction would be, say, around 80 degrees, because it just comes in across your chest slightly. So if I was to set up with the club back here for some reason, my arm would be abducted right across my chest. And it's closing the gap between my chest and my arm, which would get it down to 0, basically. So it reduces. So this would be 180, 90, and this is getting down nearer 0. So what happens with good players is we see them starting around 80, 88 degrees lead arm abducted at the start of their swing. When they get to the top of their backswing, they're only 60-ish, 60 to 70 degrees lead arm abducted. So they basically take off between 10 to 20 degrees of lead arm abduction in the backswing, meaning their arm movement in the backswing, if everything stays still, literally comes across their chest about that far. Meaning that's why you see them out here. What we see from amateurs is a much greater abduction. So we see them getting down to low, so 50s, 40s, where they really pull this arm across their chest. If we now go top of the backswing now, lots of you probably recognize these positions, gets a bit low. You can get high and do that as well. Hands get buried behind the head at the top of the backswing. Then we see this kind of big bounce back, which is why we see clubs crashing early, clubs coming over the top. Here's a good example of someone, an amateur, down at 47-ish degrees with lead arm abduction, with the Tour Pro nearer 70, 67-ish degrees. So their arm is more across their chest. They've kicked out with their hips. This is a common pattern as well. So basically in the backswing, we don't want you getting this arm too far across your chest, only a tiny amount, meaning we want your body turning. So let's say you turn your chest around 90 degrees. We want your arms out here. If they're abducted more, then you are going to bury everything further back behind you. So how do you fix that and feel that? This is so simple, and I get loads of students doing this, and it blows their minds how it feels. Take a fist in your trail hand and just shove it under your lead armpit. So pop it under there. I've got a mic here, so I'm sorry if I'm hitting that, but let's see how we go. Now from here at the top of the backswing, you want to feel like you're not really closing down on that fist at all. You're going to find it really shoves your arms out here. It's going to give you much better room at the top of your backswing to start downswings more on the inside. It's going to give you more width, which might lead to some better strikes and some better distance. And it's going to stop these kind of really buckled up across your chest swings. So simply putting that fist under lead arm and just trying to feel like you keep a bit of a fist width between your arm and the top of your backswing is a great way of controlling arm swing in relationship to body swing. It's absolutely going to help your strikes. Let me know if it helps. See you next week.